This is what it looks like when you're parked outside where you keep all your extra stuff in storage, and you're trying to work out whether you can fit this paddleboard, which is from Sandbanks, into this board cover, which is from Red Paddle Co, and therefore not exactly the right size and shape, but you need something to protect it for it to go on the roof. Fingers crossed it fits. Of course, the box I want to get to would be the one down there, when I've just taken 2 big boxes off the top, so it's the bottom of a stack of 4. It's crazy. So typical. So I have trapped myself in my storage unit twice already, where I've managed to block myself in with boxes, and yeah, look a mess. I've come to the conclusion that I own far too much stuff. I chucked an absolute ton of stuff away, leaving my flat. Well, like, gave it away, took it to recycling banks and stuff. I still have like 3 big boxes that need to go to charity shops when they finally open. I've got some stuff that needs to go to a family when I finally get to England. But I just still have way too much stuff that I don't think I need. So at some point, if there's a rainy week in the summer, I think I'm going to have to sort it all out. So I now have a paddleboard sitting on my bed. I am really hoping that the cover I've got for it is going to fit once I blow it up, but I need to get out of the city to be able to do that, and I guess find somewhere to lay it out. And when I say blow it up, I mean pump it up. I don't blow it up because that would take forever, be impossible. So I need to pump it up somewhere, hope that the cover fits properly. It kind of fits deflated, but the fin bits are in the wrong place. So fingers crossed it kind of works, so that I can get out on the roof and it's protected when I am driving around. And then I will have a paddleboard on my roof, hopefully at least until the autumn. I have just, my mind's all over the place. I've just been into a big supermarket, and I shouldn't do it because I start going like, there's people that aren't wearing masks, or they're not wearing masks properly. I know some people have reasons not to wear masks, but if they've got a mask on their chin or under their nose, probably means they can wear a mask, they're just not bothering. So I had a little bit of a panic, but I did manage to get some soya chunks, which a friend of mine, thank you Jem, suggested. I've been struggling a little bit to get enough protein. I probably used to eat eggs and cheese more often when I had a flat, and don't tend to have them in the van with me, so just trying to work out how I can get a little bit more protein in my diet, but I don't always have time to cook things like lentils. So I do eat a lot of seeds and nuts, but I wanted a little bit of something extra, so I'm going to try them out. I've never cooked them, so we'll see what I decide to do with them. I also treated myself to some fresh pasta, which I very seldom buy, but I have had a pasta craving. I have a tiny bit of cheese at the moment because I bought some cheese last week. So I'm thinking pasta with some kind of sauce on it tonight. Obviously vegetables, always vegetables. And I'm quite excited by that. I've got some fresh rocket, I think, left over, some courgette, peppers, tomatoes, all that kind of stuff I always have. But pasta and cheese is like, I'm craving it so much. So I'll try and cook that. I'm not sure exactly how, but it'll be interesting. Hopefully easy to cook. So we will see how that goes. I may film it, not sure. Yeah, that's me done. Well, it does up. So that's a good start. So it does do up, but the only problem is the fins. So the fins on Red Paddle Co. Company ones are a bit different to the ones on mine. Yeah, my board looks cool, but I think this will do the job in that it will give it some protection from stones and stuff when I'm driving and go on the roof. And it does stretch over these, so I think that's okay. It's a bit bigger than I need, but the board's not inflated completely yet. So I'll inflate it a little bit more, and at some point I might find someone I know with a very strong sewing machine. Slight intermission for a family call there. So I can't remember where I was, but yes, I hopefully have, well, I do have a friend that has a very strong sewing machine for making clever things like sails, so I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to ask him to sew these up and possibly add some little ones here. And I might also need a hole on the other side, because I'm not sure yet how I'm going to lock it, because my little locking bit is on the other side. Well, it's not a locking bit. The loop I use to lock it to the roof is on the other side. So I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. So I need to finish inflating it. Otherwise it's going to be really late and I'll be really tired and hungry and won't have energy to make dinner. So I will catch you guys later. So I didn't film me cooking it, but this is the resulting dinner. I am so excited by this. It might look like it is just a huge bowl of pasta, but it's, I can't really explain. It's not the biggest bowl. And there are vegetables underneath. They're just, I had to cook in two different things because I've got very small cooking pots. So the vegetables are under there, underneath the amazing looking pasta. And, oh look, there's a sign of some vegetables. And there's also some rocket under there. And in between I put some slices of cheese, which should have melted by now. Why am I filming this? I need to eat. The green stuff was just hiding. Quite typically with Scottish weather and my luck, it went from being a week of feeling like summer, which made me get my board out of storage, and as soon as I got it on the roof, the weather changed. I had to take it off the following day because it was too windy to drive with it up there, and then when I was putting it back on the roof outside a friend's house, we had hail. At some point, I will actually get out on the board, once it warms up again.